Hello everyone. Sorry for the little break there before coming on. Um, Welcome to Arc Tier 4, Round 3 France of our 10 round championship. This is a realistic tier, if you're new. So that's realistic performance cars. We do full qualifying followed by 50% race. Should be a good race. We had a good race here last night in Tier 3. It was a fantastic race, so hopefully we can have the same tonight. I think we are going to. Oh, we got rain in qualifying 1. Oh, I wonder if that's going to be going through the whole thing or not. So, we got 19 on the grid, by the way. There was one spot I couldn't quite fill for this evening, but it's still pretty good going. I'm quite happy with that. Our first 2 tiers, so very much hoping for the same. Let's just see who that was in the Alpine. Oh, it looks like the Alpha's going to get out first, actually. With Stampy. Stay on board with him for the moment. Yep. Cool, excellent. So I'm ready. Let's get some details up. So let's get the track map up. Delta or data, whatever you want to call it. We don't need tyres in Q1 because obviously it'd be intermediates for this anyway. So I think that is enough. So, right, so Stampy first out on track. Had a good race last night. He was a bit unlucky late on. A bit of a spin, but he did have a decent race. So it's going to be some interesting ones today. For those of you who don't know, so every 2 races, everybody switches cars. Okay, so what we're doing through the season is every 2 races, everybody moves up a class of car. So those that were in either Haas or Williams will now be in either Alfa Romeo or Alpine. Those in Alfa Romeo or Alpine will now be in either Aston Martin or AlphaTauri, and so on all the way up the grid. As Stampy spins, he's kept it out the wall. Nice runoff areas in France, so he's gone away with that one, and the game's kindly not disqualified him, which it does like to do sometimes. So now the first man on track is Enhanced, so we'll go on board with him. He's reserving for us tonight in Alpine, as you can see. Yeah, and as for those guys that were in either Mercedes or Red Bull last week, obviously they can't go to a higher team than that, so they are back down to the bottom teams. So as you can see, Mario and Jon Snow are leading a champion Haas, and the boys in the Williams are the ones that were in the Red Bulls last week. So, which is Ghost and Ghost Rider. So, completely different experience for them. Although, in those lower cars, you don't mind to see a bit of rain. So it's the big leveler, don't they? In Formula 1. So, see if that's the case. Thank you guys for joining us. I see there's a few of you on, so thank you very much for joining. I don't know at the moment whether this rain is just a qualifying thing or whether it's race as well. Should shake things up a little bit, which is good. Shout out to the guys that have come in and jumped into cover tonight, so reserved for us. So Enhanced was one who we're on board with at the moment. Gru is another who's in the pits, and Eddie Brook is a young lad actually from our children's league is in reserving tonight as well. He's in the AlphaTauri. So congratulations there as well to guys that have picked up full-time seats since last week. There's an Alfa Romeo actually off track. Must be the other, so it must be Stampy. This one again is Stampy. As Enhanced crosses the line then, so we set the benchmark of 142.5. Usually with this sort of conditions we tend to see drivers get faster and faster the longer they stay out, so we probably won't decide the positions until very right at the end probably of qualifying, I expect. Samuel goes quickest on 41.9 at the moment. It's early on in the lap. Have we got anybody? There's a Merc coming around. It's probably the last one I get to in it. Is it Birdie? It is Birdie. There we go. So what can Birdie do in the other Merc? Birdie manages a 44.4. In P3 for the moment. What else we got then? Just our young man. It's safe in Children's League. I can't remember how old he is. I think he's 12. Eddie. So for great promise in the Children's League, and I'm sure tonight will be no different. Got a decent car in the AlphaTauri. It's the sort of the middle of the pack car, isn't it? The AlphaTauri. So I think he'll be pretty happy with that as he comes across the line. 43.4. So it goes P4 for the moment. Maverick should be getting towards... Oh, Maverick's invalidated. Okay. Gaza is in Sector 2. In the Alpha this week. He started the season in the Williams, so he's up one class of car. So Alfa Romeo, because he actually did pretty well in the Williams. Williams had a massive result last week. I can't remember the exact positions. It was something like 4th and 7th or something like that. In 10 races, we're changing every 2 races. Also, the guys that started in Haas or Williams will be in the best, or the top cars, the Mercedes and the Red Bulls, come the end of the season. When you've got a situation as well where there's quite a big difference between a Williams and a Haas, for example, the way I decide that is quite simply that the guys who are higher up in a championship as a team will get the slower of the 2 cars. Doesn't really make much difference throughout, apart from, as I say, the Williams and the Haas, and the AlphaTauri and the Aston are probably the only real difference. You know, the ones that make a real difference. Ghost moves into P4 his first lap. Just a decent first lap. Back with Maverick now. Actually, is a Ferrari? Is that Reaper? No, it's not. It's the other Ferrari, so it's Uncanny Ants. He's invalidated. So yeah, we'll stay with Maverick, or Eustace Dog as you see on the screens. His name's actually Maverick. I feel like I have to say that every single race. Maverick's just a lot easier to say than Eustace Dog every time. Or Useless is Tog, maybe? I don't know. I think there was a Red Bull round actually there, at the chicane in the middle of the straight. So Maverick's going to cross the line then. He goes 143.8. That's a decent lap for Maverick. Did put him P8, and then he got moved down by Reaper, who's gone P7. Stampede's invalidated again. Who's this? This is Gru. Oh, he's on an out. Who's the other Romeo? Because he's about to cross. Oh, they've invalidated as well. These Alfa Romeos are going well, aren't they? Top Gotcha then in the AlphaTauri has invalidated and is headed off to the pits anyway. So who's this? This is a Haas of Mario. He's invalidated. Is anybody not invalidated? There's a Red Bull. This is Arc Runner. He's already P2 on the 42 freeze into the pits. Gotta be careful about nipping into the pits and thinking that'll do. Ghost is into the pits. Eddie Brooke. He's invalidated. This is Can. Started the season in the Haas. He's now in an Alpine, so he'll be feeling a lot better, I'm sure, about that. But he did do well, actually, in the Haas. Just did well because he kept it on, you know, he just got to the end of the races and picked up decent points in the end because he just stuck with it. That's what you got to do when you're in the Haas of the Williams, just make sure you get to the end, because those points are going to be just as valuable come the end of the season as the big points that you pick up when you're in the top teams. So Andrews goes into P13 in McLaren. Two Alphas coming round again. They managed to do a lap without invalidating this time. Stampy's crossed the line and moves up to 7th. Gazza crosses the line and goes 9th, and somebody did go quicker than Stampy, so they are now P8 and P9, the two Alphas. Great job so far. And Alfa Romeos. So who's out on track? Hodder is on track. He's not set a time yet. Jon Snow hasn't set a time yet. He's on an outlap. So he's our championship leader, having won the first two races. Hi Ghost Rider. Yeah, Ghost has done a good lap in P5 at the moment. Williams is an outstanding lap. Doing well as well though in P13. Only need to be in the top 15, so to make sure you get through. There's a Red Bull doing their first lap now, so that could be one that has the potential to go high up, because there's a Merc off track in front of them. So Hodder just coming around into the last corner now. Looks like a pretty decent time as he comes through the final corner on 34 or something. So over the line he goes 43.1, which puts him in P6. So the Red Bull's P2 and P6 at the moment. And let's go then with the other Haas of Jon Snow. His teammates in P17 at the moment. He's actually ahead of an Alpine. Let's see what Jon can do. So far he's I'd say he's the championship leader, but he's obviously shown to be the quicker of the pair. I'm sure Mario will be looking to do something about that as the season goes on, but he's shown he's probably the first driver on that team at the moment. So let's see if Jon can get a Haas into Q2. Certainly pacey enough to give it a go, there's no doubt about it. He's got enough pace about him that he might be able to scrape it. Sets two yellows. It just looks like somebody's pulled over to let someone through. So Jon crosses the line. He gets P15 at the moment. So, oh, and Gru is out. Gru has crashed around the... Now, it's one you'd never see somebody crash on in the dry. It's around the... just around here on the sort of long right-hand corner. It's just over there on the right, look. So Gru is out of qualifying. He's done a 42.7. For these guys to actually get ahead of him, they've got to go faster. So, running on board with Top Gotcha at the moment. Let's see if we can improve for AlphaTauri. There was sector 1 yellow there. That was a Mercedes all alone. They're still going, so I don't think there's anything major. I think it is this time. They've actually spun, but let's stick with Top Gotcha. It's more important. So, no, 3 temps down there. His first lap back out. Sometimes you need a few laps in the intermediates to get the best out of them. Mario's on the 8th lap. So let's stick with the guys who are in a bit of trouble. So let's go with Top Gotcha again. 3 temps down. So that was the previous lap, actually. My apologies. Intensive, you've got to be. And the power, so difficult. Almost like a completely different track in the wet than it is dry. Gotcha to the chicane. Almost had an oversteer moment, but it's okay. Oh, we've lost Bertie. Bertie is out. And one of the Mercedes. I'm trying to see where he was. Not 100% oh yes, no, he's at the same, exactly the same spot as Gru. Exactly the same place. So we say goodbye to a Mercedes in Q1. We say goodbye to an Aston in Q1 as well. Top Gotcha's into the pit, so that's going to be an AlphaTauri out. See if Andrews can do anything about it. I'm starting to wonder if the track's getting a bit wetter. If anything, it looks like it's on the screen, just watching the screen, it looks like it's getting drier, if anything. It was hard to tell though. I do see some raindrops on the camera. Comes through the penultimate corner, keeps it to the left to give a good entry into the final corner. It's not a competitive lap from Andrews on this one. I think he's been energy saving. He's going to have one more chance. Let's stick with Andrews then. He's the driver that's going to be trying to get through and knock the Haas of Jon Snow out. Right through there, and his teammates following him as well. Look, ahead of Jon Snow at the moment, his teammate, but that's useless ice dog. He's a little bit down as Andrews, and that looked like he seemed to run wide, struggled to get on. Yes, it validated him actually. Who else we got? Mario. Mario's showing that he's well up. Oh, he's out of softs. He's out of softs. The track's dried up. And Mario is going to fly through. He goes P1 in the Haas. Can still on intermediates. Oh my word. Jon Snow in the other Haas is out on the softs as well. Stampy's now gone quickest, 37.1. The track's drying out completely. And I think both Haas are going to get through into Q2 thanks to this weather and thanks to being super aware to do it as well. It's caught some out. So the next driver at risk is Maverick or Useless Ice Dog, who is into the pits. He's realised he can't improve anymore. So he's going to be out. What a moment in qualifying one. Reaper has retired now. And he's on track. He's retired on track. So he is out. Here comes John. Is that a Red Bull right up behind him? You just saw. Never mind, says enhanced. It's well, Jon Snow's gone into P3, Arc Runner's gone P1, and that is it. That is it. So we see an Alpine out through Cannes. Top Gotcha's out in the AlphaTauri, and both McLarens are out in Q1. Didn't realise it was going to dry up quick enough and stayed out on intermediates. So not made it through, but we're also going to lose Arc Reaper, Gru and Arc Bertie, who all crashed out. So we're only going to have 12 in Q2. Remarkably. That's got to be first. Arc Reaper's crashed out in Q1, but we'll start 13th. That can't have ever happened before, can it? So, as you can see, the top 7 there are on their toes and got themselves through. Both Haas, both Alfa Romeo through. So, unfortunately, we've only got... Oh, we haven't only got one Williams. Where's the other Williams? There it is. Yeah, both Williams through as well. So both Haas, both Alfa Romeo and both Williams through to Q2. What an outstanding job they've done. Brilliant. So, thank you Enhanced, by the way. I've just seen your messages. So we're going to have a probably be dry crossover in Q2, but it's happened right at the end of Q1. But he's told me it's a dry race 2, so that'd be interesting with some of the lower teams. If, well, the 3 lowest teams have got both cars through, so that's going to make it interesting for the race. Make an even better watch. So only 2 cars to go out in Q2. Will it be the 2 Haas, or will one of them manage to get a Haas into Q3? What a remarkable achievement that would be. Even if it is helped by retirements and stuff, it's still a remarkable achievement if they could do it. I say this, I've driven the Haas a lot of times in realistic leagues, and it is so hard. Remember, in ARC, everybody scores points. If you finish the race, you score points in ARC. Obviously, the higher finish you finish, the more you score. But that's the way it's done, which is a brilliant way. I love how we do that in ARC. So it rewards finishing and not retiring in pits if things aren't going your way, that sort of thing. So it's one of my favourite things. I think we're going to see a lot of people being happy on medium runs. And you should see medium to hard strategies in the race. Although some might opt to go medium to soft. I wouldn't recommend that. I'd definitely go medium hard. You spend too much of the race on very warm tyres if you do medium soft or soft medium here. Enhanced is first, so he's going to be first to start a lap, and he's on the mediums. Shout out to Eddie Brook too, so got through to Q2 on his debut in the adult league. Still only, I believe he's 12 years of age. He might be 13. I might be making it 12 from that. He might be 13. He's the same age as Innate, I believe. So he might be 14. Anyway, let's see what we can do. Yellow's in sector 1. Just looking down at that, that's just somebody getting out of the way. There's no issues there. The Alpine of Enhanced is giving a little bit of a tow here to one of the Mercs. Well, it can only be one Merc because one's out, so it's Arc Samuel. So let's see what sort of evening, Mark. Yeah, it was very quick. How quick that dried up, didn't expect that at all. I thought it looked like it was getting drier, and then I changed back to broadcast cam and could see the rain on the camera, so I thought, well, it can't be then. And all of a sudden a Haas appeared on softs. So Enhanced comes across the line and does 32.2 in the Alpine. Samuel in the Merc, who got a beautiful toe, has done 31.2. Gazza in the Alpha at the moment isn't next across the line. It's Eddie Brooke comes across the line on the mediums. He goes P4. No, he doesn't. I think he must have invalidated. Who else just did a lap? One of the Williams Ghosts has just done a lap. He did 32.9. The Hodders crossed the line on 32.3 in the Red Bull. Gazza 32.9 in the Alpha. There's a Haas crossing the line now, which must have been Mario, but he must have been validated. We've got another Red Bull. Where's the other Red Bull? Arc Runner is just coming through the final corner. Yeah, it did, Mark. It's very clever from the guys that did that. I think we lost Reaper because he was still on the intermediates from that. So, anyway, sorry, Arc Runner went into P4 on 32.3. I'd imagine the track is still drying a bit. I doubt it's at absolute full speed. Uncanny Ants in the Ferrari then. New on the grid, he's taking a full-time seat. It's his first race tonight. His teammates with Arc Reaper. And he's invalidated. Right at the death there. Mario then is invalidated again. I wouldn't say there's much point in the Haas guys being out on mediums, to be honest. On the other hand, maybe it'll be a case of we won't do a soft lap until right at the death again and see if we can catch people thinking they're okay on the mediums. And sneaking through past them. I don't know why Washington John's on like that. Washington John. No, those guys are going much slower. Uncanny Ants. Yeah, he should be on a proper lap, so he invalidated his first, so let's see what he can do. Yeah, brilliant awareness. So, his Ferrari teammate, his Ferrari teammate's out. Sorry, Reaper. Let's see then if we can get one Ferrari into Q3. So that his Ferrari teammate would be starting 13th. I noticed that between the sessions. So let's see if we can get one Ferrari into Q3 at least. Comes across the line on a 33.0. It's just the slowest of the ones that have gone so far. So it could have been a bit of risk, but he's got plenty of time to get round to the pits and come out again. Oh, Jon Snow's off track. He's had a moment. He's set to 1. Oh, and now he's had a bigger moment and he is out. I think those tyres were boiling hot and he's come back on, put the power down too much and smacked into the barrier. So, well, John, it's not the end of the world. You're going to start P12 in a Haas. I shouldn't be too upset about that, buddy. So Stampy then, let's ride on board with him because he's looking to get the Alfa Romeo through on a set of mediums if he can. His Alfa Romeo teammate is currently P6. I think he set that time on mediums, which was a 32.9. Pretty respectful for an Alfa Romeo. Can Stampy across the line now? bit slower than his teammate. He's a 34.0, which puts him P8 at the moment, but at the back of the ones that have done laps so far. Let's ride on board with our youngster in the AlphaTauri. See if Eddie can get into Q3 on his first ever race in the Adult League. He's invalidated there early on in the lap, so that would just be a cool down now. I don't know where that Haas is off to. Or was it not a Haas? It wasn't a Haas, it was an Alfa Romeo. My apologies, Haas. That was Stampede. Ghost Rider then. In the Williams, let's see what he can do. See, everybody ideally wants to get through on a set of mediums. You would think, in a way, is this the obvious strategy? Oh, and Ghost Rider is round. At least it's nowhere where there's a wall. There's lots of nice runoff areas in France, so he's safe. He'll be able to just go on to another lap. Or does he just back out now, stick a set of softs on to make sure we're getting through? No, he's going to do another one. So, where's Eddie Brooke? He's behind. So, yeah, stick with Ghost Rider then. Hodder is out now on a set of mediums, so he's looking... he's done his lap on softs, hasn't he? So he's looking to go quick on the mediums. Just going to switch to him actually, because I think he might be coming round to complete his lap. He's 3 temps up. So he's deciding to get through on the mediums, which are definitely the best race tyre. So into P2 he goes, and he can pull down now. That'd be enough. Go back to Ghost Rider then. 3.5 temps down on his previous attempt, which he invalidated. Oh no, he didn't invalidate. He spun, didn't he? But it didn't invalidate. It was 43.2. So obviously all that time is going to be made up in the final sector where he spun. So this corner now is where he spun previously. Avoids the curb like the plague this time round. Into the final corner. Didn't get the widest of angles to enter the final corner. So still plenty of time to make up there. But it gets the time on the board. My only worry for Ghost Rider is that... is it going to be fast enough? It's all going to be about, well, Eddie Brooke now, he's just about to cross the line, so what can Eddie do? He comes across on a 31.9 and goes P3, that's a good lap in the AlphaTauri. Mario is, well, it's all about Mario now, isn't it? I mean, everything said, if Haas start this race P11 and P12, I'm sure that's a lot better than they were expecting at the start of qualifying, so it wouldn't be the worst. Carnade, welcome. If you're looking for Discord, buddy, try and sort that out between qualifying and race if that's alright, but it would be a case of coming into a trialist Discord first, buddy, and doing you'd have to do a race first. And as long as everything goes well and you do alright, then you'll be invited into the main server. We don't just race Thursdays, we race Saturday nights at 6 PM and 8 PM, and it's UK time, by the way. Wednesday nights at 8 PM and Thursdays is a realistic tier, which we do 8 PM as well, as you can see. I don't know if Arc Andrews, if you're still watching, buddy, if you might be able to get the trialist Discord up for Coronade. So, Mario, can you get the Haas through? I mean, I like Ghost Rider. I don't want to see Ghost Rider go out, but I kind of want to see the Haas through as well. I think Ghost Rider is just crossing the line, isn't he? No, that isn't him. Sorry. Oh, that's going to invalidate. So cool down, Mario. You need to cool down, switch that energy off, save what you can. He hasn't got much track to save in, so he has to turn it back on now. And a bit wide on the final corner. Hopefully that's not invalidated the next lap as well. No, it hasn't. It's okay. So, it's got one more chance. We had the option to switch the decel to, so it's giving us splits to 10th place, man. That'd be kind of cool. So, come on, Mario, we can get the Haas through. There's Ghost Rider. He's into the pits, so come on, Mario. Sorry, Ghost Rider, but I do want to see a Haas get through. I just wonder, look how low his energy is. It's not out, but it's not much. It's about to break though, so it should go back up a bit. So we might get away with that. Just wonder how sensitive he's being though, because of the not wanting to invalidate the final lap, final chance. Personally, I think it would be better for the Haas to start 11 and 12, so they can start on the medium tyres. But Mario coming down the straight, he needs to beat 134.5, and he's 134.6. Oh, so close. It's a tenth and a half away from getting a Haas into Q3. So unlucky, but I think for the race, for the purposes of the race, I think that's better. I really do. I'm amazed to see Arc Runner out on the softs in the Red Bull. And he's coming around to complete the lap. People keep insisting to me that soft medium is the way to go around here. I will never ever believe that. But Arc Runner goes P2 on the softs, so he will start on the softs. Ghost is out on the softs as well on the Alpha Tauri. He's already done one lap on these softs. Doesn't need to do another lap. He is through. In fact, Ghost is the only one running now, so I don't know why his light's flashing because he's low on fuel, so he's into the pits. So that's the end of Q2. It's unlucky to the two Haas drivers, but boy did they give it a good go. I think Mario, if he hadn't invalidated the previous lap and had to go on a final lap, being so careful not to invalidate, I think he could have got through. I definitely think John could have got through if he'd have not crashed out. But I personally, for the race, for the purposes of the race, I think having tyre choice in those Haas cars is much more important than trying to get further out the grid. So, in a way, so we lose the two Haas in Q2. So we've got one Mercedes, two Red Bulls, two Williams, an Alpha Tauri, two Alfa Romeo and a Ferrari into Q3 to battle for pole position. And I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea whatsoever who's going to take pole. I think Enhanced has got a chance, even though he's in the Alpine. I think obviously the Red Bulls have both got a chance, and Mercedes. Certainly Samuel's got it. Well, Samuel's the only Mercedes left, so he's obviously got a chance. Other than that, what about our youngster Eddie Brooke in P5 there in the Alpha Tauri? Just wonder if he might be able to push it for a pole position. Seems to be waiting on somebody at the moment, not sure who. Yeah, I agree, Mark. Personally, I go medium to hard, but whichever, soft to hard or medium to hard, is definitely the one I would go for. Nothing wrong with Hards Ghost Rider. There's certain tracks that Hards really perform at, and France is one of them. It's not Ben, it's me. Does that mean it's Paul? He's doing alright at the moment. Eddie is. He's got himself through. Let's see how high up the grid he can get. With the fact that there's two Alfa Romeos, two Williams in Q3. Eddie's driving an Alpha Tauri, so he's certainly got a chance of being really high up the grid. We'll see what happens. Was that a car on their way out? That was an Alpha, wasn't it? Was that Stampede? No. It's Gaza. That's right, so we'll go with Gaza. He'll be first over. There we go then. So who can take pole position for the French Grand Prix in Tier 4? Our only realistic tier. Don't need any tyres or anything like that up, do we? So get rid of that, get rid of that. And away we go again. The problem with I've commentated now on Tier 3 and Tier 4 this week. I'll be commentating on Tier 2. And I keep telling everybody what my strategy is going to be for Tier 1 on Saturday night. So I might have to do something different just to confuse them. Not that it matters. Everybody beats me anyway. It's not true, actually. I'm third in the championship at the moment. Mainly thanks to two people dropping out, but still. Thanks, Arcandrews, for doing that. Saved me a job because I was panicking a little bit. I wasn't sure how to do it. That's right, Carinade. You or Carinade. You come into the Facebook first, please, buddy, and then from there I can invite you into the trialist server, or one of the other admins can do. It doesn't have to be me. That's the way we do it. Yeah. Anyway, what's going on? Looking at my phone rather than looking at what's going on screen. What have we got? Sector 3 yellows. Nothing? Don't look to me, nothing. Anything. That's alright then. Who then? Go on then, guys. You guys watching. Who's your top 3? Have your guesses. I'm going to go Samuel. Enhanced. Eddie. That's what I'm going to go. Boys, these guys are backed out. He was ahead, wasn't he? So Enhanced goes quickest on a 31.2. I think Gaz has done a 33.0, but I think he kind of backed out of that. So he was ahead of Enhanced to start with. Who we got next? Who's that coming around the final corner? That's Ghosts in the Williams. I don't know, Mark. Don't know what that was about, to be honest. Ghost goes P2 for the moment in the Williams. Got the other Alpha. Stampy's just about to come across the line. He goes 32.9, so into P4, just ahead of his teammate. Mercedes of Samuel. That was either an outlap or a invalidated lap. Same for Hodder. So where's Eddie then? Eddie is... It's been the same for Eddie as well. Let's ride over our youngster and see what he could do on his first attempt in Q3. Oh, that's an invalidation, unfortunately, from Eddie. So, Sam, then, I think, could be one of our possible pole position people. One's in with a chance of it. I think in an equal performance tier, you'd definitely be seeing at least 29s for pole position, and quite possibly a 28, depending on the pace of the drivers. I'm happy to say I witnessed 28s on time trial yesterday around here. Finally jumped myself into them. Hodder then, no, that's both Samuel and Hodder have both invalidated. Eddie Brooks invalidated. Stampy's invalidated. Ghost Rider's coming across the line again, but he's not on a hot lap, so we'll stick with him because I think he was doing a cooldown lap there, ready to go again. Can he go again and then get back round to the pits for a final run? Perhaps he hasn't got the tyres left to do that, so perhaps that's why he's doing a double run now. Yeah, I think he has got enough to do a fast lap now and still get round to the pits to change tyres again, so just over half a tenth up in the first sector. We've got Ghost Rider. He's invalidated. Sorry, I missed that bit. So Samuel then. People struggling to get their laps in, aren't they? They come down to just having the one set of tyres to do it on now. There's a bit of nerves out there because everybody knows they've got a real chance of getting high up the grid. I don't think that Bulbs Enhanced will stand. I really don't. Samuel's invalidated. Unless everybody just invalidates all the way to the end. Ghost Rider coming around again to do another lap. May as well ride with him because nobody else is doing anything at the moment. So, coming into the sort of more complicated part of the track. Looks the corner, throws it in across the curve nicely there. Ever so slightly down, nothing to really speak of, 200ths of a second. Just nothing. And he's going to run out of fuel, so he needs to make a decision. Is he going to, if he ends up at the end of sector 2, is he going to continue and complete the lap? In which case he won't get another run in, or really abandon it and come into the pits for a new set of tyres. It's basically exactly the same time in sector 2. That's two other cars that I think are on outlaps. Shouldn't matter, because they should get out of the way. Once complete this lap, he's going to have to really feel that he's done a lot better in sector 3, and he doesn't. He goes into the pits. So this is Arc Runner. Let's see what he can produce on his actually his first run. He didn't do an earlier run. And Samuel goes provisional pole. Oh, Runner comes across the line and misses out on provisional pole by 200ths of a second. He's got enough time to do a cooldown and give it another go. So I think that's what we'll see him do. Eddie Brooke must have invalidated again. Hodder then, and we have a Red Bull. See what these guys can do. So, seemed pretty decent through the chicane. I don't know what that yellow flag's all about. That was for the same part of the track he just went through. Nothing, there wasn't anything there when the yellow flag came out, so not sure what that's about. Oh, thank you, Carinade. I've just seen that you've joined the server, buddy. Really cool to have you. Yeah, so basically, mate, what we'll do is when there's a reserve spot available for a race, we'll ask you if you're available. And if you are, that counts as your trial race. Okay, so the next opportunity for that will be potentially Saturday night on either the 6 PM, which is tier 2, or 8 PM tier 1, depending if they're full or not. So Hodder goes P6 in the Red Bull. Eddie Brooke is invalidated again. Still, he's going to have one more chance. How many laps are those softs done? It seems like he's been out forever. Samuel is retired in the pits, that is, so that's okay. Enhanced has gone pole on a 130.5. I knew somebody would get in the 130s. Who is that that's coming around to complete a lap? That is Ghosts, but that's an 8 lap. There's an Alfa Romeo a bit further around, but they've been validated. That's Gaza. Oh, he's on an 8 lap as well, though. Should be okay. Looks like he's got enough time. 40 seconds to get around there. Yeah, there's plenty of time in it. So, Hodder then. He's on a lap. I didn't see the split time. He's nearly out of fuel, but that doesn't matter because he's going to cross the line to complete qualifying, so. Let's see if we can do anything. This is the final corner. Reasonably wide entrance, so pretty good through the final corner. He goes 132. That is almost quarter of a second quicker, but he remains P6. Doesn't quite get Ghosts. So, oh, and Eddie Brooks invalidated. He's not going to get a full lap time in Q3, so he'll be starting P10. Still, brilliant qualifying from the young man on his first one. Ghost is invalidated. Anybody else? It's just the 2 Alfa Romeos, I think. Stampy does 32.8. Gaza slightly up on his previous time. He's 2 temps up now, so he is on target. Well, actually, no, he needs to find a tiny little bit more to actually get ahead of Stampy. But he needs to find 2 and a bit temps to get ahead of Ghost Rider. It's looking like it's going to be P8 and P9 for the Alphas. Seemed a little bit wide on the exit of the final corner. And it's 132.2. I didn't see where that put him. Is it 7th? So, yes, it did put him up to P7. So, congratulations to Enhanced, reserving this evening in the Alpine and takes pole position by 5.5 tenths of a second over Arc Samuel, Arc Runner in P3, Uncanny Ant P4 on his debut, Ghost P5, Hodder 6th, Gaza 7th, Ghost Rider 8th, Stampy 9th, and Eddie Brooke in P10, having not managed to complete a lap. Congratulations there to Enhanced. I don't think he's actually 6 tenths quicker than the next fastest driver, if I'm honest. It's just the way that qualifying worked out. It wasn't an easy session at all. in a way. So what we do now is we have a 5 minute break. So please remember that, guys. Don't ready up until I tell you to. It's 8:55, so we'll be going at 9 p.m. Okay, and I'll see you again shortly, guys. Okay, hello everyone again. We are the shout out. The shout out's gone out to ready up, so we'll be starting the formation lap shortly. Hopefully everybody's got their strategies and everything sorted. As we can see, enhanced at the front there on the mediums. Let's have a look then, see what everybody's decided. Ooh, Mercedes was a bit wild with their swerving to heat the tyres up there. Right, so tyres wise, so we've got enhanced at the front on mediums, then we got sauce for the next four. Holders are the next highest on the mediums, followed by Gaza on the softs, then Ghost Rider and Stampy, Eddie's on the sauce. Right, so the Haas have split their strategies. Mario at P11's gone on the mediums, Jon Snow on the softs, Reaper on the softs. Brew and Birdie, interestingly, starting on the hards. That's a bit different. No reason not to. Much as I love a hard stint, I don't like actually starting on them. But then from 16th downwards, all on a sauce, which seems a bit strange, if I'm honest, for France. But I'm sure they know what they're doing. They've got their strategy in mind. Perhaps they're looking at driving flat out and trying to two-stop. Perhaps, I don't know. Maybe I really don't know. Just guessing. Hi English. Yeah, sorry, coronated. Yeah, it would be France again. So it's the same track for each tier throughout the week. So it'll be France for tier 2 and tier 1 on Saturday, and then for tier 3, which is next Wednesday, that's when the track changes. Please don't ask me what's next because I haven't looked ahead. So, who do we reckon? Do we think the pole position man's going to be the winner this evening? I don't. I think he's got every chance, but I think Arc Runner might win tonight. But it's going to be interesting to keep an eye on the likes of Arc Reaper, Gru, Arc Bertie, the two McLarens as well as Top Gotcha in an Alpha Tauri down there in Cannon Alpine. So we've got one, I've just realised that we've got one Alpine on pole and one Alpine in 19th. I hadn't actually realised they're all in an Alpine sandwich. ARC stands for Amateur Racing Club. So, getting ready to go. The lights are on. And they are out. And Enhanced looks like he gets off the line quickly. I don't think Samuel's going to get a run on him. Lots of people moving about. One takes to this, goes slightly off track. Trying to keep an eye. Something's happened to Mario. Oh no, the two Haas. Oh, there's cars around. Alpha Tauri around. That's Eddie Brooke. I can only assume something's happened between Eddie and the two Haas. And they both dropped down. Stampy's dropped down as well. I think some others had to take some evasive action, which has affected them. Anyway, let's get to our front guys. So Samuel's actually managed to get ahead of Enhanced to take P1. Enhanced is right on him though. Doesn't tend to give up on that. So Stampy, by the way, who is down to P19, is down 10 places. So driver of the day last week, he climbed, I think it was either 11 or 12 places up to come P2 in the end. Fantastic drive. Let's go to Ghosts. He's right on the back here of Gaza. This is an Alpha and a Williams fighting for P4. How much would we love to see that in real life? That would be amazing. Just wondering if the Ferrari's got a run on Ghost out of that. It seemed a little bit slow. Oh my word. Luckily, Uncanny Ant kind of thinks better of sticking his car in there somewhere. Ghost Rider gets ahead of Maverick, who's had a great start, by the way. McLaren, both McLarens, Maverick, or useless is Tog, up to P9, up 7 places. The other McLaren of Andrews is up to P11, up 6 places. Reaper's up 3 to P10. All that then. Ghost Rider obviously is going to be a bit vulnerable here to the McLaren. Even though we haven't got DRS yet, look at the speed he's got over the Mercedes engine of the Williams. And he's going to consolidate that. Nice overtake there from Useless Tog. Ghost Rider's not giving up on it just yet, but well, here's me saying the city starting on the soft so far down, but it's worked. Up 8 places now for Maverick. Just having a look, we're going to have some closer ones than this. Andrews is on the back of this as well. Sector 3 yellow. I think that was for Bertie. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was Bertie that had a little moment there, but it wasn't much. Just a little sort of rough spin. Okay, Marks opted for runner first, Ghost Rider second, Gaza third. Interesting one. Is there some contact there? And that is Ghost Rider out of the race. I'm not sure how the contact happened, but it looked like there's contact between him and Reaper. I'd imagine Reaper's got some front wing damage. Although I don't know, he seems to be pretty pacey still. As he opens up DRS, goes past Jon Snow. Ferrari going past the Haas there. Yeah, the guys right at the front are absolutely nipping tuck with each other. As Enhanced actually gets through for a moment and then loses it again. Why? It was on Enhanced, why was it showing the arc runner? So there's going to be a DRS zone now. What can the Renault engine do against the Merc with DRS? It looks like it's going to do something. He's ahead into turn 1. Can he hold it through turn 2? He does. And so the Alpine retakes the lead where it started the race. It's just let's go board here. Oh, and the second McLaren of Andrews had to pit. Maybe he got some damage in that instant with Ghost Rider. The way Ghost Rider spun, it definitely looked like somebody had tagged the back of him. I don't know Ghost Rider, if I'm honest. That's rather amazing. Samuel's back in front of Enhanced now. They're going to battle all the way through by the looks of it. Not much room there for Ghosts, but Gaza leaves what he can. In the end, Ghosts thinks better of it. He's going to get his chances. Gaza is just within DRS range of the Ferrari ahead. So he picks up DRS, so make it impossible really for Ghost to make a move, but still fantastic to see these two cars fighting so high up the grid. look a bit further down. Reaper's on the back of Maverick. Yeah, on to the next one, Ghost Rider. These things happen. We all know that. It's happened to us all, and it will happen again, I'm sure. Oh damn, I missed that. Gazza did just get ahead of Ghosts. And now Hodder has as well. That's going absolutely mental. This Reaper looks like it just fell a bit back there from Maverick and doesn't want to get moved on there. Maverick's not had a good chicane though, so Reaper might get a better exit here. Turns the power on, it's going to look to the outside again. That's what we saw with Ghosts and Gaza, but Reaper also thinking a bit better of that one. The third. Pulled up to Ghosts. I can only assume that Ghosts has got some damage. Look how slow he is. He must have damage. Yeah, he's got no front wing on that car, guys. Now, Gaza got ahead of him, so has he sustained that damage? Well, Gaza was going past, I assume. And everybody's in the pits, pretty much. Well, Sam, Uncanny Ant, Maverick, all the soft guys into the pits. Let's get the tyres up. Seems early for a pit stop, but the soft tyres do wear quickly around here. That's why I don't really consider using them if I can get away with it. The only reason I really use softs around here is if in qualifying I've done a terrible mediums lap and it looks like I've got no chance of getting into Q3, then I might use them, but I'm loath to do so if I'm honest. So this time surely Reaper's close enough, opens up the DRS, Maverick's light is beeping and flashing away as well, and Reaper gets the move done. Maverick loses plenty of room, and it's a successful move for Reaper, and he can look to see if he can get away now. Samuel, let's get ahead of Eddie Brooks. Samuel, he's still there, buddy. You can't just move across on him like that. Picks up a penalty and then goes flying off into the wall. Definitely got damage, so he'll be coming into the pits. Eddie Brooks into the pits also. Let's get rid of those softs. Mark Bertie, these hards are working out for him, aren't they? He's up to P7 on the hard tyres now in the Merc. Gosh, I nearly got caught out by him braking there. Look at Jon Snow in the Haas into P6. And right on the back of the McLaren as well. Gotta be close enough. Might be. Opens up the DRS. Like flashing away on that McLaren, but fortunately the power of that Haas is so underpowered compared to the other cars that just cannot get the move done, even with the DRS open. So oh wow, okay, Ghost Rider said no contact was made. It's amazing different views can give you, isn't it? Oh, Stampy! What's happened to Stampy? Is he somewhere over there? I don't know. Let's go on board with Eddie Brooks and see if we can spot him. Trying to spot an Alfa Romeo. Is that him? Was that him over there? I think it was. I can only assume on that one he's lost the back end off the curb. Too much power maybe on the curb. He's lost it. So virtual safety car means that people are getting their pit stops in if they can. This has actually meant that our Creeper's just been promoted up to P2. But I like what Hodder's done. He's in, he's on the hards, he's going to the end. Whereas for me, I don't think Arc Runner can... Maybe, I'm told he did do 20 laps on the mediums on Tuesday here. Still, they can't be good towards... They gotta really be going off pace-wise by the end. Gru's in the pit as well. And we are going again. Maverick picks up a drive-through, speeding under VSC. Oh, and he was having such a good race. May not hurt him too bad. If he takes it straight away, he might get away with it a little bit. He's going to lose position to the Haas here. Jon Snow gets ahead of the McLaren into P7. And he pitted there as well, John. He's gone on to mediums as well. I just, for me, it's a long way. What we did see last night in Tier 3 was people doing the two-stop and switching to softs later on and being exceptionally quick late in the race. We did see that last night, and it did work for one or two of them. So Mark Reaper comes in, he sticks on a fresh set of softs. So we know Reaper's pitting again. And Mark Birdie up to P3 on the hards, Hodder and P4 on hards, which are going to the end. You know, if I was enhanced. See, in enhanced position, you do one of two things. You could potentially pit now and stick hards on and still get ahead of Hodder, which would be the main one. Or you push those mediums out and you'll be lightning quick on the softs later on. Free strategy choice effectively, hasn't he? So we're working out enhanced this evening. Completely wrong for him in Tier 3 last night. He got disqualified last night because he overtook the... basically, he was behind the safety car going into the final corner. He chose to pit, and while entering the pit lane, overtook the safety car and got disqualified. So, game being a bit of an idiot to him. Looking for battles at the moment. We're all spaced out a little bit. We've got Gaza... We're back with Gaz and Ghosts again. Somehow they've ended up back on track together. Different strategies though. Ghost has gone to mediums. Gaz has gone to hards to go to the end, presumably. Gaz has just fallen out the 1 second. I don't know if he'd already gone through the DRS zone. No, it looks like he hadn't, so unfortunately he's lost DRS. Now we've got Andrews has gotten back to the back of his teammate Maverick, who's taken... Did he take his drive through or did he pit? Can't have done both. So looks like he has done both actually. So obviously not on the same lap, must have done a lap apart. At the moment, Andrews is looking a bit quicker despite his 4-lap older mediums. All of a sudden, the McLaren's down in 13th or 14th again after getting themselves so much further up. Sorry, just seen a move. Kenny Ants just got ahead of Hodder. Oh, but then he's ran wide. Hodder's going to put his nose in there, but Kenny Ants should be able to hold this now. Oh, careful on that curb, Hodder. It's a curb of death, that one. It's the Red Bull of Hodder fighting with Ferrari of Uncanny Ants. At the moment, Uncanny Ants fresh mediums would be much nicer. Why is Jon Snow pitting? What a disaster for the Haas. This must be for damage. Sticking on a set of hards. Serving a penalty. He's pitted for hards and served a penalty. He'd only done 2 laps on the mediums. That seems a bit strange to me. From Jon, I'm not entirely sure what that strategy was for. Andrews has gotten ahead of his teammate. Maybe they swapped positions. So Andrews does look a little bit quicker at the moment. Although earlier on it was the other way round. Just going to turn that lap belt off. We don't need that on. Samuel sticks the fastest lap of the race in. Where is Samuel? He's 16th. I've completely missed that. I've no idea what happened to Art Samuel to fall down to 16th. I don't know if any of you Eagle Eye viewers saw that happening. Art Reaper looks like he's got a run on the Red Bull. Both got DRS, but I have to brake mighty late. It looks like Potter just backed out of it, but now he's going to get a run himself. And in the end, Reaper does take the position on his fresh softs though, so it can feel a bit debilitating. When you're on a set of hards, you know you're taking to the end and car after car is lapping you. You've just got to say to yourself, look, yeah, he's just overtaken me, but he's got to pit. He's got to pit again later on. That's where I get my advantage. Plus, those hards won't be in yet. They should be pretty good by now after 4 laps, actually. But remember, when you're on hards, you kind of get faster. And Jon Snow's in again. Onto a set of softs. Jon, what is going on? It looked like he served another penalty. Mario having some connection issues, I think. Through P17. Do we have any battles? I think we do. Our youngster Eddie Brooke. What's that? That's a Red Bull. That was a Red Bull of Hodder. It's Hodder's had a moment. He's had a spin. Oh, now that could well hurt his race. With the strategies on, they kind of need to be instant free. Where was I? Eddie Brooke, wasn't it? Is on the back of Grew at the moment. As it stands right now, this is our closest battle. This is for P10. So Eddie Brooke opens up the DRS. But he's not close enough for this time. He's going to have to wait for the main straight. This is an Aston Martin. Grew one of our real fast drivers in the tier in ARC actually. So Eddie's doing a fantastic job to stay close to him like this. And again, I think by the time they get round to the strip, that picks up DRS again, but I think it's just a bit too far back. But it's all just about closing that gap back up. I've lost all my interval times, which doesn't help. It looks like Bertie's just left the session or something. Having some sort of issues. Haha. I just seen that English. Disaster. Fantastic. Do love a good pun. This happens actually. You lose your intervals when you're commentating if people are in and out of session. Got him back now though. Bertie's on the back of the red Ferraris. Ferrari having a good day actually, winning P3 and P4. Team 316 as I should call them because that's their actual name. Reaper and Uncanny Ant. They've got a nice 4 weeks ahead of them. Ferrari for this week and next week. And then it'll either be a Mercedes or a Red Bull the following 2 weeks. As Gru and Eddie Brooke get ahead of Top Gotcha a bit further back. Obviously Eddie, Top Gotcha's teammate today, so that was a bit of that. So Reaper's done 5 laps on those softs now. Probably a brand new set, so you might see him sort of go 7, 8, 9 laps on this occasion. I'd say 7, because then you'd be pitting for mediums for 10 laps to the end, which is about right. Enhanced is really pushing his mediums out though. He's 14 laps he's done on them now, so he's clearly pushing those out to come in for a set of softs and be quick at the end. But Arc Runner is catching him pretty quick. I thought he was going to beat. The car in front of him was his teammates. You thought he'd have let him through if he was holding him up. 4, but has to pit still. So I've lost half my time. Eddie Brooks still on the back of Gru. Still sticking with him just inside that 1 second. He's not used very much energy either. He's got double the amount of energy that Gru's got. He's just falling out this 1 second now. Cursed him. Arc Reaper has actually come out on track just ahead of these guys, so that's a nice feeling when you just make your final stop onto a nice fresh set of tyres that you're going to the end on, and you come out still nice and high up the field. Always a nice feeling, that. So penalties all round. We could do with... There it is, sorry, I was going to say we could do a cine interval between the 2 leaders, so 15.3 now. So we know Arc Runner is going to take the lead of this race when Enhanced pits. And I promise you, I reckon Arc Runner is definitely going to try and push those mediums out. Surely Enhanced to be too quick for him on the softs with what the gap's going to be. Arc Birdie in then for a set of mediums. He's done his hard run. It's worked out well for him, to be fair. He's done a good stint. Looks like he's going to exit in... It's quite close on the exit. It's just behind Top Gotcha. Comes out in P11, but it's going to be nice and fast now. On mediums to the end. Sam picks up 3 seconds. Andrew's in the pits. Sticks on mediums to the end. Can's having a quiet race, isn't he? Quietly going about his business as Can, as he's done the last 2 weeks as well. Last 2 races. Picks up some decent points in the Haas. And doing much the same here with the Alpine. Arc Birdie straight ahead of Top Gotcha. No real surprise there with the difference in tyre wear. So what lap is Enhanced going to pit? I'm going to say lap 19. I think he'll pit. May even be lap 20. Uncanny Ant's in from P3. So it's going to promote Hodder up to a podium position. This comes around the final corner now. Uncanny Ant's not actually in the box yet. So Hodder moves into P3. Ghost is going to come through as well for P4. I don't think Gazza will get out in front. Oh, maybe he will actually. Yeah, it looks like Gazza and Reaper are going to get him as well. That's actually an undercut from Reaper, because he was just behind his teammate when he came in. And look at the difference. Reaper's now in P5, Uncanny Ant down in P9. But the Ferrari's in a nice position, both on nice fresh medium tyres to take them to the end. Eddie Brooke continues on the back of Gru. Closest battle actually at the moment is Haas on the back of the Mercedes down at the back here. It's for P15. Oh, John has a little moment off the curb. Makes the tyres up slightly, but hasn't damaged him during any sort of run he got out of the final corner. He just needs to get as close as enhanced pits. I've had all my predictions wrong tonight so far. Enhanced pits lap 17 at the end of lap 17. 2 a set of softs to take him to the end. He does look after his tyres well, enhanced, so I've got no issues that he can get to the end on those. He definitely will. Slow opens up the DRS. So he's out in P2 enhanced 9.5 seconds, and he has 10 laps to get that up, or to eat that gap up, as Ghost now comes into the pits as well. 3 seconds for Maverick. A lot of penalties tonight, more than we had last night, I must admit. John's just falling away from Samuel. It's so hard for John. He's obviously driving well to be that close to be at the back of a Mercedes, but so difficult. Well, I said I didn't know what happened to Samuel. Of course I do. He crashed into the barrier, didn't he? That's a bit. Forgot that. So enhanced, already got it down to 8.2. It's not going to take long. I reckon he'll be on the back of him in lap 22. He'll be on the back of him already. Mario getting well out of the way. Come on, Mario. Screw gets ahead of Gaza. Second part of the straight there. Gaza's driving around 12 lap old softs compared to 10 lap mediums. Should be reasonably similar, those tyres at the moment. And Arc Runner is in the pits. He's pitted for a fresh set of mediums. And he comes out right behind Hodder, his teammate, so surely Hodder will let him go. But that tells me then that Arc Runner is happy to settle for P2 this evening. He could do Hodder a bit of a favour here, because Reaper's going to be after Hodder really quickly. If Arc Runner, actually, if just, what am I trying to say? Don't go off in of your teammate. Just stick in his 1 second. Give him the help of the DRS. And you may well manage to keep him ahead of Arc Reaper. There's the other Ferrari making her way through the field as well, gets ahead of Gaza. Gaza. Well, Eddie Brooks next to catch him, but not sure why Gaza. Well, I was going to say I'm not sure why Gaza's struggling on those hards the way he is, but to be fair, it's not just the fact he's on hards. He's in Alfa Romeo, isn't he? And he's being chased by much quicker cars at the moment, so there's that side of it. Impressed with Eddie tonight. He's had a good race so far. Had a good qualifying into that final session, and he's had a good race. Just Gru, Arc Runner, and Enhanced are penalty free as it stands, as Mario picks up for 3 seconds. Those Haas boys struggling now down at the back after such a promising qualifying. Obviously John struggling down there because he's had to pit twice. I noticed, one lap after the other, but Top Gotcha's into the pits. It's right on board with Cunningham actually, who's right behind Gru here. The Ferraris are having some race. Art Reaper's having an outstanding race. Up to P4, going to the end. And Uncanny Ant gets the move done. No issues there. I don't think Brew was too interested in defending that, to be honest. It's just a simple... Oh! I say that, he's having to go back. And he gets back through. I'm saying that, of course, I tend to look at the penalties, guys, when there's 3 laps to go. So, lap 25, we should take a look at the penalties, see what's going on. Yeah, Ghost and Gazar, Ghost Rider, they're doing well. It's what it's going to be about, mate, this season. It's not going to be who can pick up the massive points when we're in the top cars. It's going to be who can pick up the best points in the lower cars that's going to actually win someone the championship in the end, I think. So, Uncanny Ant then picks up DRS once more. Goes to the inside. Let's go to the broadcast cam to see this one. This time Uncanny Ant's got it done. Gru won't be coming back on that one, I don't think. Oh god, and she is. I'm gonna stop. I'm useless at this. Well, this remains our closest battle on track. Although saying that, this one is actually closer right now. That is Ark Samuel managing to get past the McLaren of Andrews. And Andrews is then going to have Top Gotcha right on the back of him as well. I must admit, Reaper isn't catching the back of Hodder as quick as I thought he would right now. And Hans picks up a penalty. He needs to pick up another 5 penalties before it's going to have any effect on the result, I'm afraid. So, Andrews around the final corner. Is he going to come under attack? Is Top Gotcha close enough? Well, Andrews got... Oh, the other McLaren's in. Late on. It's not good. Goes on to a fresh set of sauce to see if it's surely going to have too big a gap to make up. That's the problem. Well, there it is. So let's go back further up because the other two are fighting again. Uncanny Ant did get ahead again for a moment there. Grew back ahead. Easily our closest battle now, and it's an interesting one. Say lap 25, we'll take a look at the penalties to see what Uncanny Ant... You do kind of feel that if Uncanny Ant could get the move made, he is a bit quicker than Groot and could get away from him for a bit, but it's that old thing. Was it Murray Walker always used to say that catching's one thing, overtaking's quite another? Something along those lines in a way. And sure they'll both be enjoying the battle though. It does seem to be allowing the guys behind them to, because it looks like those two behind them are catching them though while they're doing this. Surely, Uncanny Ant looked very close this time. Surely you can get this move done before the corner. Let's go on the outside this time. He's trying something different. Brilliant, brilliant racing from the two of them. Brilliant racing, no contact made. And this time... No, Gru's still not giving up. And he still gets the place back. Uncanny Ant's going to be thinking, what on earth have I got to do? Get away from me, Aston. He's sick of that green car from the end of the race. Look at this racing, it's absolutely fantastic. Wheel to wheel, side by side. Brilliant racing from the pair of them. And this time he is ahead. He's got the move done. Only thing is that Gru is now going to pick up DRS. So here we go into turn 1. Is Gru going to get the move done back? He's trying to use his energy, but he can't defend it. And Gru takes the position back again. Wow. Just brilliant. Oh, I see. Yeah. It's outstanding. Outstanding racing from the pair of them. It really is. Battle of the night, without a doubt. While this is going on, I do just... I don't want to leave it. Not this point, but just in the background there, you might have seen Eddie Brooke getting ahead of Gaza. I wanted to see our young man make an overtake, but we've got to keep an eye on this. You can see them in the background. Those guys behind, Bertie is definitely catching up to these two. Eddie Brooks' tyres now, by the way, 17 laps old. We are now on to lap 25, so let's look at the penalties. So, Enhanced on 3 seconds, Hodder's on 3 seconds, Reaper's on 14, which at the moment would lose in 2 places. That's Uncanny Ant's in. Did they have contact then? I can't think of why he'd pit unless they did have contact. Yeah, off comes the front wing. There's been some contact. Oh, what a shame, because they're having such a good battle. Well, that's when the battle gone, isn't it? Ghost is now up on the back of Gaza, fighting for P8. Gaza's right on the back still with Eddie Brooks, so he's not managed to get away yet. Yeah, back to the penalties. Sorry, yeah, so Reaper 14 seconds. That now would only cost him the 1 place. So he still have a brilliant finishing position considering he started 13th. Bertie's got 15 seconds and that would really hurt him. Gaza's all over the back of Eddie Brooke now. Just move to the inside. I think luckily Ghost was there in time, so he didn't make contact. All 3 of them got their lights flashing. No saving energy when you're in lower cars. You've got to use it to have any chance of keeping up. Let's just move this forward a little bit. Let's go to... sorry. It wasn't so long ago Eddie got that move done on Gaza. Now all of a sudden Gaza looks the faster of the two. For whatever reason. You can only assume that Gaza's hards have now become better than Eddie's mediums. And there's contact! Gaza nearly loses it, but he recovers that brilliantly. As there was contact between the two. Quite potentially English. Reaper's definitely in with a shout. No doubt about that. I hadn't noticed that. Bertie's gotten ahead of Gru. And everybody else is now catching up to Gru. I'm just wondering Go back to tyres. Groove's tyres are now 18 laps old, so they will be struggling to breathe right now. Whether it's just that or whether he actually got a bit of damage himself, can't see anything obvious on the car. Ghost just squeezes Eddie Brooke a little bit, but does well to take the position. He has a little wobble as he has to go off track. Some hefty penalties. So I'm not actually sure how Mario's not been disqualified. He's on 40 seconds of penalties. Well, that's a season record, Mario. You're not coming out of this with nothing. That is definitely a record. 40 seconds of penalties. That is impressive. This Ghost picks up a further 3 seconds. We've got yellows. Sector 1, which is where we are. It's these guys, and it's showing yellows for them. Are they on a back marker or something? I have no idea. Who was that? That was... Oh, I'm totally confused. This Ghost now has just been overtaken. Ghost is out of fuel. That's what it is. Ghost has run out of fuel. That's what was causing the yellow flags. He's run out of fuel. Sorry, Enhanced. We've missed you across the line, buddy. And win the French Grand Prix in Tier 4. Arc Runner and Fantastic P2. And Red Bull on a mighty day. Finishing P3. 2 guys on the podium. Potter, P3. Arc Reaper finishes P4. I don't think he's going to move down any places. I think his gap was big enough to Gru in the end. He was comfortably big enough to Gru in the end, actually. So Gru will finish P5. He's penalty free, so he's safe. Birdie's going to get hurt a little bit. Probably only move one position to Gaza. Eddie Brooke's going to cross the line in P8, so Bertie 7, Eddie Brooke P8, Uncanny Ant P9, Samuel P10. Ghost has now got 45 seconds of penalties, having run out of fuel, and he is going to plummet down a couple of places. So, wow, what an end to the race. Yeah, did he actually get DQ'd? Did he? He got DSQ'd. Oh, that'd be a shame for him. At least he was still going round in that Haas. He'd have picked up something. Well, Enhanced celebrates a reasonably comfortable victory in the end, and a reasonably comfortable P2 for Arc Runner 2. I think Hodder P3, congratulations to our top 3, by the way. Let's just quickly run through this. So Reaper 4th, Gru 5th, Gaza 6th, Bertie 7th, Eddie Brooke 8th, Uncanny Ant 9th, Samuel in 10th, Top Gotcha 11, Andrews 12, Ghost in P13, Maverick P14, Cannon 15, Jon Snow 16th, and yeah, DSQ, you're right. You're right, Enhanced, he did get DSQ'd right at the end, so won't take any points. So Jon Snow is the last finisher in 16th in the mighty Haas. Fastest lap of the race goes also to Enhanced with a 1:33.0. So he's going to pick up maximum points for Alpine in this race. Driver of the day, I think the two that I'm flicking between here stand out. So does Birdie, actually. He's had a great race. It's a really difficult decision because all three of them are justified in it. Gru had an outstanding battle as well. But I think Brian's going to kill me for this, but I think I'm going to give driver of the day to our big boss man and owner, Arc Reaper, in the Ferrari, finishing 14th from 13th on the grid. And worked well strategy in the end as well. He did do a 2-stop, but worked out well for him. So, yeah, congratulations. Oh, I've just noticed in chat he said that's his highest finishing arc so far. So that even more reason to give him the driver of the day as well. Really saying he ran out of fuel yet. You weren't the only one either, but 90% more in mediums enhanced. Really? That's why you picked when you did then. I thought you were going to go another 2 laps, but don't blame me if you had 90% more in mediums. Enhanced Grand Slam. Yep. Great drive from Enhanced, really. It's very impressive in Alpine. I mean, really, Enhanced, you should be getting driver of the day, but I think Reaper deserves it on this one, so that goes to him. Well, I mean, as usual, a massive thank you to every single one of you that have tuned in. I can see there's still 16 of you watching at the moment, so a massive thank you to all of you tuning in live. Also a massive thank you to everybody that watches it back, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook, whichever. So massive thank you to all of you. Other than that, so our next races are Saturday, 6 PM is Tier 2. I'll be in the comms box with you again for that one. Hoping that I might have a co-comms for that one. We'll wait and see. After that, I'll be on track at 8 PM for Tier 1. As Tier 2 and Tier 1 take on the Paul Ricard circuit after eating too many snails. See how they get on. Alright, well, thank you ever so much everyone for tuning in, and congratulations to all the racers, especially the top 3, and Reaper as well, picking up the driver of the day. But thank